Too many beers, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
So 10:45 tomorrow, is it?
Yep.
That's
First group, yep.
That's good. That's good. Good, that's all right.
Okay. What were you saying to Peaky when Peaky was in his 90s and you were drawing on the 200?
What was I saying to Peaky?
Yeah.
I actually, he didn't want to know what he was on, but I wanted to know. I'm someone who probably counts my runs, so I didn't know how many he was on, but yeah. I think I sort of almost threw my bat up in the air when he got out. Yeah, I was disappointed for him, but yeah, he played really well. He's got so much maturity for a young player, and even just talking to him out in the middle about his plans and how he was approaching his innings. Yeah, he's such an exciting talent, and he's got a really good head on his shoulders. So yeah, can't wait to see.
It felt like he was a whole lot older than 18, did it?
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
Conversations that you were having, and even just his demeanour and temperament.
For sure. I think even just off the field, just the way he sort of carries himself, it's a credit to him. He's a young man, and I look back when I was 18 and I was probably, nowhere near as emotionally intelligent or mature as he is. So, yeah, sometimes, not that I'm an old guy, but sometimes you look back now and yeah, it's a really, really cool thing to see. And he's obviously got some really good support around him. And he's such a down-to-earth, humble kid. So, yeah, I really wish he got over the line today, but I'm sure, I've got no doubt he'll score plenty more runs this year.
And is it true that you are a counter, that you know exactly how many you are?
Yeah, I like counting my runs. I like if there's a scoreboard and you can sort of see what you're on. But yeah, I think it was just like an old coach that once told me, like, get to 10, get to 20, get to 30. And I think it's just stuck ever since then. So there's no real method behind the madness. It was just something that an old coach once told me, and it's just stuck ever since. And
so you knew exactly when you were approaching the 200?
Yeah, I knew. I had to get Jilt when on the drinks break. I got Jilksy just to double check what the score was. So
just to reinforce.
Just to reinforce it, yeah.
And what did it mean to eclipse your high score?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, yeah, it was just one of those games. It was a really nice batting wicket, and yeah, I remember one of my old first grade captains talking about, when it's a really good wicket and sometimes it's your day, you've got to really cash in because you don't always get them too often. And for me, that was just the plan. I just wanted to keep batting and batting, and I didn't want to throw it away. I wanted to make sure that I was there at the end. And at times when runs were drying up and it was a bit slow scoring, I just didn't want to throw it away, and I wanted to keep being there towards the end. So yeah, it was really nice to finish the game not out, and I guess to probably celebrate that milestone with one of my really good mates in Liam Scott was a nice sort of touching moment, I guess. Yeah.
Great. And big partnership with Jake Weatherall. What did you like about the way he goes about his game, and just describe how he's batting at the moment? Yeah,
he's obviously in some terrific form at the moment. I think he just looks so clear when he's batting. He's obviously been a strong player and a very talented player for a long time. And I think for a lot of batters, we're always striving to have some sort of consistency in our game, and it just looks like he's got a really simple approach. He's well renowned for a guy who really pounces on width and picks up length quite early, and it just looks like he's just made his strengths even stronger, and he's able to rectify maybe some areas in his games that maybe would have cost him a few more dismissals. So I think just the way he's been going in the last 12 months, I think I read he's scored like 1,100 runs and he's averaging almost close to 60. And I think for an opening batter, that's some unbelievable stats. So yeah, I think he's been great to, I guess, share the change room with and talk about, I guess, what he's been doing the last 12 months and how he's been going about it. And I think for young guys like an Ollie Peake and even myself, who are always striving for that consistency, to see how diligent he is with his routines, diligent with his preparation. Sometimes his preparation might be a bit different game to game, but he's obviously in a really good place and he knows what works for him. And I think as batters, we're always striving for what's going to work for us, and everyone's preparation and method looks a little bit different. And at the moment, he just seems like he's in a really clear space and knows his game so well. And it's been a pleasure to, I guess, watch him go about his business this week.
Do you enjoy the experience of captaining, and what did you find were the biggest challenges as captain for the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think 10 wickets for about 1,000 runs was going to be a bit tricky. No, I've always loved captaining. I've had bits of it, whether it's under-19s cricket in the World Cup. I did a couple of games for New South Wales as well, and I've done it in the Big Bash too. So I've had little glimpses of captaining. I've always really enjoyed it. It's something that, I'm always someone who thinks about the game quite a lot, even if I'm not captain, even with South Australia. One of my really good mates with Nathan McSweeney, still talking to him about fields, bowlers, scenarios, tactics. I love being involved in the game as much as I can, and I guess to have two guys who have played Test cricket, who have both captained their states with Nathan and KP, obviously throw in Weathers as well. There's a lot of experience in there and made my job quite easy. But I've always loved doing it. We'll thrive on the chance to keep doing it. But it does make it a lot easier when you've got some guys who've got a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of experience, and when you have really good bowlers who know how to control their lengths and know what to do, and then you throw in some really young spinners, a young but experienced spinner like Tanveer and a young spinner like Xander in his first couple of games, it makes your job as a captain really interesting, because you can get a bit more funky with fields, finding ways to take wickets. It's been good fun, but I've had some really good support around me. And even with someone like Painey, who's obviously captain Australia, it's nice to talk tactics with him.
Yeah. And last question, a little bit disappointing that there was no result in either game, and the wickets really didn't allow for that, nor did the style of play by the opposition. But what were the other positives that you saw around this group? It's an Australia A team that's got some excellent cricketers, sort of young and mature, across Australian cricket, and I'm sure it's enjoyable to play amongst these other guys who you might normally play against. But just talk us through how the boys have sort of got on and bonded and been able to share their own experiences and how that's been.
Yeah, it's I feel like with Australia A stuff, you always get to verse people and you never get the chance to get shared dressing rooms and bat with them, or even be in a team room and chat rubbish for hours on end. I think that's what's so amazing about these 18 tours is you get the chance to, I guess, mingle with guys and your peers, and for myself, the next generation of talent, like someone like a Campbell Kellaway, Ollie Peake, young batters coming through who have had excellent seasons in their own right. It's been really cool just to sort of, I guess, be on their team for once and get to see how they go about it. And I've played a lot against Jake Weatherald as well, so you get to see how guys go about preparation and get to know them, get to see how they go about their game, and it just makes it a lot more interesting. And yeah, obviously the results probably didn't go the way that they did, and you can look back and you can think about would we have changed stuff at the toss, or would we have maybe done some different things, but all in all, these 8 tours provide a chance for guys to really showcase their skills, and it's a really nice reward for having a really strong domestic season. And I guess one thing I really got out of it is everyone who played and came into a fixture played very well. No one came in and looked like they were underdone. Everyone was in really good form. Even Matty Gilks, who played one game, got 46 in the one-dayer. And then you got guys like Ollie Peake, missed the first game, gets 92 in this game. Everyone was in a really good space and a really good, good form coming into it. So it just shows that it's nice to get the reward for a good domestic season, and it's nice to get recognised on these tours. But the best part about it is definitely the friendships that you make, and getting to rub shoulders with guys and your peers who you're going to play a lot of cricket against. Sometimes it's nice just to have a couple of weeks to play with them, and obviously wish nothing but the best for all these guys, and it's just really cool to be able to experience what the Australia A team can provide.
Yeah, great. And I did say last question, but I hope I've got one more.
Yeah, sure.
The last one is Painey's been appointed now as Australia A coach for the next 12 months. So how did you enjoy Painey's style of coaching?
Yeah, Painey has been excellent for this group. A very relaxed approach, but pushing guys in the right ways. He made us play a really aggressive style of one-day cricket, which, showcased in our batting, scoring 330 in one of the games. And when I think we chased the runs inside 40 overs. So I think what he brings to the table is obviously someone who's just finished playing international cricket and captained Australia and has captained in Ashes series and stuff with high pressure. So it's nice to have someone who's just retired from the game, knows what the game is, where the game is heading and where it's developing, and to bring that into Australia A. So to be able to rub shoulders with him from a tactics point of view, from where he sees the game is moving towards, it's an excellent, appointment. But all in all, he's been a great guy and a really good, almost teammate for a lot of us. Like, he's been almost, just like one of the boys, really. He's been awesome to have around. His shoulders just hanging on. I think a lot of the boys have been trying to hit with him a lot as well. But yeah, he's been great fun, a really good coach, and all in all, I think his experience and what he's probably been through captaining Australia is no doubt the biggest thing for these guys is the experience and the tactics and the nuances that cricket can bring.
Great, mate. Thank you.